Hello, let us now look at the x and y intercepts of a parabola. Remember, a parabola is something which is like this. So the parabola y is equal to x squared. Actually, there we need to have a. So we put a there. Ax squared plus bx plus c intersects the x-axis at the point where it intersects the y-axis. This is the y-axis. When you're talking about the Cartesian x or y plane, this is the y-axis. Where this graph is cutting the y-axis, that is what we call the y-intercept. So this is the y-intercept. It intersects the y-axis at the point where x is equal to 0. What does it mean? This means that at the point where the graph, where this parabola has intersects the y-axis, that point, or the value of y at that, the value of x at that point is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. And the x-axis, the same parabola where it is crossing the x-axis at this point and this point here, the value of y there is equal to 0 as shown in the diagram. In other way around, the value of x along the y-axis, it is equal to 0. The value of y along x-axis, it is equal to 0. This is what we have. So, where it is crossing the x-axis, this point, it is known as the x-intercept. So, this is what I've written here, the x-intercept. The x-intercept, it is the point where the graph has crossed the x-axis. So, let us look at further notes. We have another point. We are saying to find the value of x-intercepts, meaning to find this value here, the point, this point, and this point here. What do? We use the formula x is equal to negative b plus or minus the root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. This formula here is also known as the quadratic formula. So this is the quadratic formula of which we are going to learn about this formula as we go to our next topic. So we use this formula here, this formula which I have just written there, to find the x coordinates of the x coordinates or the x-intercepts of that quadratic function. So the x-intercepts of a parabola are also called the roots of the corresponding quadratic equation. Sometimes you are going to be asked to find the roots. So the root is the same as finding the x-coordinate. The root is the same as finding the x value or the x-intercepts, of the quadratic function. So this is what we have. Now let us now go to some examples based on what we have looked at so far. So we have a question which says, for a parabola with the equation, this equation here, which is y is equal to 2 minus x squared. Find the y-intercept. Find the y-intercept. Find the y-intercept. B, the x-intercepts. Let me just put s there. The x-intercepts. Then you see the coordinates of the turning point. We go to the coordinates of the turning points. So that is what we have. So let us find the y-intercept. Y-intercept. Remember, the y-intercept, it is a point where x is equal to 0. The y-intercept is a point along the y-axis where the curve, where the parabola crosses the y-axis. Where the parabola crosses the y-axis, the value of x is always 0. So this is the same as saying that equation, which is y is equal to 2 minus x minus x squared. Where there is x, I will put a 0. So it will be 2 minus 0 squared, and our final answer will be 2. So the y-intercept is 2. The value of the y-intercept is 2. Let us now go to the next question, which is under finding the x-intercepts. The x-intercepts, remember we said the formula is x is equal to negative b plus or minus the root of b squared minus 4ac. Everything over 2a. This is what we have. Now, when you look at this equation, which one is our a? The value of a, it is the coefficient of x squared, not the first number. Please get this one correct. Get this one correct. The value of a, it is always the coefficient of x squared. So which one is our a in this case? The coefficient of x squared is negative 1. What about the value of b? The value of b, it is the coefficient of x. That variable which is there, which is also negative 1. What about our c? Our c is the constant number, the number without the coefficient. So this one will be x is equal to negative 1 plus or minus the root of negative 1 squared minus 4. We have negative 1, then we have c, we have 2 there. Everything over 2, open bracket, we have negative 1 like this. So x is equal to negative times negative 1. We are going to have positive 1 plus or minus the root of negative 1 squared. The answer is 1. Then plus, because this is negative 4 times negative 1, it will be plus. To be positive. 4 times 1, the answer is 4. 4 times 2, it will be 8. So we are going to have 8. We are going to have everything here over negative 2. Because positive 2 multiplied by negative 1, the answer is negative 2. So we are going to have x is equal to 1 plus or minus. There we have 9. That is what we have, 9 over negative 2. So our x will be 1 plus or minus the root of 9 is 3. So it will be 2 over 2, or negative 2, sorry. So we're going to have x is equal to 1 plus 3 over negative 2, or 1 minus 3 over negative 2. So let's see. So there it will be x is equal to 4 over negative 2, or it will be negative 2 over negative 2. So x is equal to, there it will be negative 2 or 1. So these are the two answers we have. Negative 2 or 1. Negative 2 or 1. This is what we have. Let us look at another example. Let us look at another. We are now going to question number C. The question number C says, find the coordinates of the turning point. We find the coordinates of the turning point. Now, before I go to the coordinates of the turning points, I want to make a comment here. These which we have just found here, these are the values of x, or the x-intercepts. meaning the graph was passing through -2 and +2. What do we have? This may also mean the roots of the equation. Sometimes the question may just come to say find the roots. The roots, it is the x-intercepts. The roots are x-intercepts. Let's go to number C. So now we find the coordinates of the turning point. What is the coordinate of the turning point? Remember, to find the x value, I will say the x value of the coordinates of the turning point, we say x is equal to -b over 2a. What are we trying to say? We are saying the coordinates of the turning point, which it is always x, y. Now to find the value of x, we use this formula. Then to find the value of y, after we find the value of x, we're going to get the same answer we have found. We replace it, we substitute it into the original equation. Or we use that formula where we say the 4ac minus b squared over 4a. It's up to you to choose which formula you are comfortable with. So let us start first by finding the value of x. So x is equal to negative. What is our b? Before I go to b, I have to rewrite this one. Our a is -1. Our b is -1 also. This is the b here. And our c is equal to 2. So we have negative, the formula is x. I'm using the same formula there, okay, which is -b over 2. Our a is -1. So x is equal to 1 over -2. This is the value of x, or x is equal to -0.5, because 2 into 1, it goes 0.5, so it will be -0.5. Let us find the value of y. The value of y, we are going to say y is equal to 2 minus x squared. So where there is x, we are going to put this. So it will be 2 minus -1. Is it negative? Yes. Minus -1 over 2, like this. Then minus -1 over 2 squared. So it will be y is equal to 2 plus 1 over 2 minus 1 over 4. What will be the answer there? We look for the common denominator, which is 4. There you say over 1. So there it will be 1 into 4, it is 4. 4 times 2, it will be 8. Plus this 1 into 4, it goes 2. 2 times 1, it will be 2. Minus 4 into 4, 1. Minus 1 times 1 on top, it will be 1. So we are going to have y is equal to 10 minus 1 over 4. And our answer will be 9 over 4. So this one, we can say, therefore, our value of y is 4 into 9. It goes 2. It goes 2 point, because there will be a remainder 1. 4 into 10, it goes 2 also. Remainder 2. 4 into 20, it goes 5. So 2.25. Therefore, I will say therefore the coordinates of the turning point is equal to, what is the value of y? Remember, it is always x, y. By the value of y there is -0.5. So you say -0.5, 2.5. So 2.25. That is what we have. So those are the answers for the coordinates of the turning point. So we have these two questions, and the question is find the coordinates of the point A, B, and C. The point A, B, and C. So in my case, I'll just answer question number B. Question number A is your homework. Work out question number A and send the solutions. I'll work out question number B. So question number B, I'm finding the value of A, B, and C. So the value of A, it is the y-intercept, because this is the point, it is the point where the curve is crossing y-axis. So the value of A will be the same equation, which is 14 minus 5x minus x squared. So where there is x, I'm going to replace it with 0. So the value of A will be 14 minus 5v, we put a 0 there, minus 1, we put a 0 there, squared, because this is negative 1. So the value of A will be 14 minus 0 minus 0, which is the value of A is 14. Now the question is saying find the coordinates. The coordinates. The coordinates are always in a form of x, y. Now, what is the value of x at that point? The value of x is 0. What is the value of y? It is what we have just found here, which is 14. So the coordinates for point A, it is 0, 14. It is 0, 14. We go to another question. So we go to another question. We have question number B. No. Let's now find the B, coordinate number B. Now, coordinate number B, B and C will be worked out simultaneously, because these are the roots. These are the x coordinates. So we are going to use the formula x is equal to negative b plus or minus the root of b squared minus 4ac everything over 2a. Which one is our a? Our a in that equation, our a is negative 1. Our b is negative 5. And our c is 14. So we move now, we find the answer. What will be the answer there? So we are going to say our x is equal to negative 5 plus or minus the root of negative 5 squared minus 4 multiplied by negative 1, then multiplied by 14. Then everybody or everything divided by 2 and negative 1 into the brackets. So x will be 5 plus or minus, what is negative 5 squared? The answer is 25. This one will be plus. Now what is 14? 14 multiplied by 4. 14 by 4, this one to be 16. It will be 4 plus 1, 5, which is 56. So we are going to have 56 like this. Then over negative 2. So it will be x is equal to 5 plus or minus the root of 5 plus 6 there, meaning 25 plus 56. The answer we get is 81. So it will be 81 and everybody over negative 2. Okay. Let me write it on top. Since this one has been found already, let me write it on top. So we are going to have x is equal to 5v plus or minus 9 over negative 2, because the square root of 81 is 9. So this one will be equal to 5 plus 9 over negative 2 or 5 minus 9 over negative 2. So the value of x will be, what is 5 plus 9? It is 14 over negative 2, or 5 minus 9, it is negative 4 over negative 2. So our answer there, it will be negative 7 or 2, positive 2. This is the value, or these are the values of x. Now, since we were looking for the coordinates, so look at this. If you look at where b is, it is to the negative. It is to the negative. It is to the negative side of the x-axis, and c, it is to the positive side of the x-axis. So this means that our b will be negative 7, 0. Why 0? Because the value of y along x-axis is equal to 0. Then our c is equal to, because c, it is to the positive side, so these 2 will go to c. So it will be 2, 0. So this marks the end to our example. Our next video will be on sample exam questions. We are going to look at how exams come concerning the same quadratic function. Thank you so much.